Margavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I am Arakea Galadurathan, the head of Divide and Conquer, the submod for Third Age Total War, but here today playing as Skyrim as a little break-up for the videos on my channel, as I explained in the latest Ennard Wythe video. Now, there's a lot of little things to talk about before we dive in. First and foremost, this isn't a start from turn 1. This is my character at level 31. So that's that, first of all. And this is just like a little snippet of the gameplay of Skyrim, just as something different to watch on the channel. And, yeah, as I say, to break up the DAC videos. Now, what I hope to do in this, each of these videos will be half an hour in length, because of that's how long I'd like them to be. And I will be taking on the mod which is known as Volundr, which is a one-off dungeon quest / dungeon mod just to the east of Rorikstead, and I shall be taking on that that dungeon because I have never played it. So not only will this be new for me, but if you've never seen it, it'll be new for you, and indeed this will be new for you for me playing Skyrim. Obviously I've not moved around, but I think it is worthwhile first of all to just talk a little bit about what I have done thus far. And the easiest way to do that is by showing you my house. I have heavily modded Skyrim, and if these videos are particularly popular, I'll deal more with all the mods that I've got and stuff like that. You may notice that one of the first things you may notice, possibly not because we're indoors, is that I haven't really modded the graphics in any way. Whilst my computer is certainly better than the laptop I used to use, it's by no means a powerful rig. It's like a kind of a medium level gaming computer. And it doesn't really enjoy the higher graphics of Skyrim. I do have the HD DLC pack though, so there's that first of all. But I just wanted to get that one out of the way. You're not going to see any like amazing eye-watering graphics in this, as I don't have them. So do bear that in mind. But first and foremost, let's show you what I have done thus far by first of all showing you myself. I am a Dawnguard Battlemage, is what I'm playing at the moment. Heavy armor is my preferred armor style, but I do like the cape and cloak look, always have done. I've got a Dawnguard greatsword there, part of the Dawnguard Armory mod. I am a Breton, so that I can take use of the inherent anti-magic abilities that the Bretons have. I can show you what I actually look like. I had to change the beard because it clipped through the face mask and I didn't like that, so I had to pay 1,000 gold to change my beard, so I thought I'd change my hair while I was there, as I never see my hair anyway. But I went for the like slightly anime Japanesey hair. But that's what I look like. Bright white hair despite looking reasonably young. I name everything after... I'm massively into the 9 Divines. I think they're one of the best religion structures in the world. Including the real life religions. So, and I'm a massive follower of RK. I always follow RK. So everything is named after RK. But up on the wall there is the shield from the Paladin armor set, which is taken, I believe, from the Elder Scrolls Online. You'll see the full set downstairs when I go down. The house that I'm currently in is the Riverside Lodge, and I have tried out numerous player homes, and none have come close to the customization and display features that this one has. So many mannequins, so many weapon racks, which is what I want my home to do. It reminds me of what I've done. So I've got Eliden's Ward, which is the shield from the Paladin set, and just a generic silver sword behind it. Those are bandit shields related to OBIS, Organised Bandits of Skyrim or something like that. And I keep those as trophies for my defeat of those people. But now we come down into it. I'm a stout and devout follower of the Imperials. I have never completed the Stormcloak side. This is my something like 500th hour in Skyrim, Xbox and PC combined. And I have never done the Stormcloak path line because the Imperials are just too good. So Imperials to my allegiance there. I just got a generic line of swords. That's Harkon's sword. I have completed the Dawnguard line. The Vampire Menace has been dealt with. There's Chrysamere and the Light of Day, which are both from the Paladin armor set. And again, just a generic silver greatsword. And that is the Elven sword with the black and gold Elven armor and weapons mod, which I think is far better. But then we come to the Dawnguard wall. As you can see, I have not completed the collection yet. I need another sword, and 2 greatswords. But I've got the Dawnguard armor that I ran around in up until about level 25. I'm currently wearing the Spellbinder Runic, which is added with immersive armors, but is from The Witcher 2. But anyway, so there's the Dawnguard. That is the Dawnguard set from the only Dawnguard member who died in the assault on Castle Volkihar. And in honour of him, I gathered up his weapons and armour, and I have displayed them. He was one of the orcs, but I'm afraid I can't remember his name. It was something like Durg or Durzug. Anyway, I gathered up his armour. There's Auriel's shield, glowing gold in the centre. And just a dark Bosmer armour from Immersive Armours on the side, and I haven't put one on the left yet. There's a few weapons. That's the first Dawnguard Greatsword I used up until, again, about level 24-ish, until I got the Elite Dawnguard Greatsword. And that one is called the Light of Day, or Light of Dawn, sorry. It does fire damage. There's the dagger and a couple of crossbows. Temujin the Thunder. Sorry, I shouted that almost. He was added by the Sirius, or Sinister 7 mod. So far, I am 3 people through the Sinister 7 mod. And each time it has taken me about 10 attempts to kill them. They have all been merciless. In fact, I cheated with the third one, and I ran her into a patrol of Dawnguard members, and they took her down for me, because I just could not kill her. So when the fourth one shows up, I am so definitely going to die. But Temujin died in my house, and he has not left my house. I killed him at level 17, I think. I'm level 31 now, and he's still there. So he's forever going to be attached to my wall, which is wonderful. We come through to the main armory. There's just another set of Spellbinder Runic with the helmet. Unarmoured mage robes, because I like them, the dwarven ones. And then to the wall. That's the paladin armor set. The helmet is phenomenally useful, as are the hands and feet, which I currently actually wear. But they don't really match the armor I've got, but I wear them nevertheless. But they're so useful. Animals, all animals, don't attack me, but they also don't flee from me. Which is phenomenally useful, because then if I need wolf pelts, I can just walk up to them and then slay them without any threat. I've also got, obviously, the Ancient Falmer or Snow Elf armor, and the Falmer Hardened armor from the Falmer that drops Auriel's shield. Auriel. Generic steel plate just to fill up that mannequin. Aegis Bane, and the Arto Physical Manipulator from a mod called the Wheels of Lull, which I'm currently halfway through. And then I really like the Real Bows mod is my absolute must-have mod, and I play it with it every single time, and it just makes bows look real. So I've got the Imperial Bow, the Hunting Bow, I both like those, and the Elven Bow, which is based on the traditional Japanese bamboo bow, which I want to say is called a Yumi, but I can't quite remember. This is the Forge Room of Riverside Lodge. The reason Riverside Lodge is so good is because it allows you to assort your crafting gear. So, for example, if I take those ingots, and then I click on that chest again, I can store things without having to actually go to my inventory. So that's very, very good indeed. If we come a little further on through the home to the last section, there's a couple of blade swords on the wall, because they were my favourite sword from the Xbox 360 version before I discovered mods. I like to fill out my shelving. That's a little personal goal of mine, is to always fill out all of my bookshelves with books. And there are the 3 notes taken from the Sinister 7. I've been collecting the notes that they've all got just to show that I've actually beaten them. And then there's a few more bits and bobs there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. All I've really done in this, I'm level 31, and the only thing I've really done is completed the Dawnguard line, but otherwise I've done nothing else. I'm on the first level of both the Companions and the Mages Guild. I've not bothered with the Thieves or the Dark Brotherhood. And otherwise I've just done flitting around doing mods and stuff. So, but as I say, today we are going to go and dive into Volundr. My playstyle is very much magic if they are undead, or I use my current Dawnguard Greatsword, which is called Arce's Fury, I believe. Yeah. Which is equivalent to a glass Greatsword, and it does 15 points of burning damage. I also have a wolf shield from the Companions. Love showing off those shields. But anyway, let's go to Volundr. I won't fast travel there, I will run there. So this first episode will pretty much just be... Oh no, I probably will fast travel there actually. My loading screens are normally quite short. Obviously as the game has gone on, they've extended out a bit, and it often does this little odd pausing crash related thing when I leave the Riverside Lodge, but it doesn't do it too much for the other locations in the game, for main locations in the game. So there we are, that's a 10-minute introduction of my character, but now we will head off. In case you want to know, the Riverside Lodge is added just here outside of Riverwood. I do also have the Eagle's Nest mod, but I wasn't as taken by it. Riverside Lodge is just too useful. So we shall go and get on my horse, which I have called Hermes, but the game calls Hephaeron's horse. Oh, that's probably the point I should have mentioned as well. My name is Hephaeron, taken and edited and named after Hephaestus, the smith of heaven in Greek mythology. Alright, and we are going to Volundr, which is just there east of Rorikstead. It is currently night time though, which is a rubbish time to be running around. I have a whole slew of mods. I think I've got about maybe 90, 95. At my peak I did have about 140, but the odd stability issue and the fact that quite a lot of them I never even really used led me to just get rid of a lot. I purged the system. We just really want to head west, actually. That's what we're really after. So this first video as well is ideal for you to respond about sort of general... the general video progress itself. Is it incredibly dull to listen to me talk about Skyrim, or did you enjoy it? Is it reasonably poor quality? I bumped up the quality on Nvidia to record these, which in turn has made the file size even larger again, but hopefully when we get out and about into the dungeon and it's not trying to load up 1,000,001 things, it should be alright. Quality should reasonably improve. Well, we've just gone into battle with something because Tree Rings has just cast itself. Something over there. Screw it, I'll come back another day. Another mod that I absolutely love, which I have currently got installed, is Smart Cast. And for a Battlemage, I think Smart Cast is one of the finest mods going. Because as you can see, the current parameters I've got is when my health falls below 50%, I'm automatically healed with fast healing. And when I get into battle, a spell called Tree Rings engages. That's an interesting horse. A spell called Tree Rings engages, which gives me an extra 180 health. But after every 3 seconds, up until 30 seconds, it sheds 18 points of health. So you get 180 points of health for 30 seconds. Well, no, you don't. You get 180 points of health for 3 seconds, and then you get 162 points of health for another 3 seconds, and it goes down by in stages of 18 until it finally wears off and it casts itself again. Oh, there's a mammoth. I thoroughly expect it to be a little juddery out here for all of yourselves, but I've turned down... Oh dear, the goblins are taking on there. Have a little swipe at him, help the mammoth out. Oh, and it's raining. That came out of nowhere, didn't it? The keen-eyed amongst you as well will now notice that I have True Storms, a mod which gives you realistic storms. However, I do think that the added pressure of recording with Nvidia is probably slowing down my overall performance, because I turned my graphics down to a point where the game runs like buttery smooth. I don't have any sort of jarring or anything, and there's a little bit of jarring now, and I can only assume it's the added pressure from Nvidia. But that's by the by. Hopefully it should be alright once we get into the dungeon. Now, as I say, I've never done this mod at all. I've tried to add as many quest mods and dungeon mods to this playthrough, oh, it's a dragon, as I possibly can, and they're all new to me, so I have no idea what to expect other than what the mod page says. So it should be about an hour and a half to clear this place. You can take it on anywhere from level 12 onwards, and we're level 31, so that shouldn't be a problem. It might be too much of a problem. The scaling might mean that I just get annihilated. Oh, there's people to fight here, aren't there? Let's use the horse charge. Ascendant Necromancer. Get rid of the skeletons. Get rid of the bodyguard. Oh, I've missed. Let's jump off the horse. Oh, she's died on her own. Oh dear, it's all over. Someone's come to help us. Put the sword away. I am awful with magic. I rarely actually ever use it because I just suck with the aiming. But interestingly, I'm quite good at aiming with the bow. And quite a few times when I play through, I've thought of recording, because I've made like an insane shot that I've been so pleased with, and then there's just no one here to witness it. So it always leaves you a bit like, oh. Now we've got a skeleton causing some bother. I've missed him. I've spun around and I've missed him again. There we are. Alright, job done. In we go. Give it a quick save. I use the Xbox One controller, but I also allow the keyboard to be used. So I've got a lot of hotkeys on the keyboard, but I mostly use the controller. Oh yes, please. For the bookcases. I have no idea what to expect. Also, I'm not even entirely certain if I've installed it properly, so it might crash as soon as I walk in. But we never know. In ages past, amidst the stars, a new world would be birthed from the Great Maker's sundered flesh. This nascent body, Nirn, would writhe in the fires of chaos until shaped as was seen fit. When the forge of creation dwindled and the divines sought to take their leave, Nirn was left to the natural order of things. But they had made a mistake. An infinitesimal rip was left in the grey fabric that encloaked Nirn, the veil that separated the mundane from the heavenly. Choosing to patch the tear instead of cutting the cloth anew, the divines constructed an artifact to contain the breach and cast it down into a place far from prying eyes, a place they had hoped would remain forgotten. Fascinating. And here we go. In the Ended Wife video, I did speak about. I do actually know quite a lot about Skyrim and the general, the outer world, and the lore behind it, and many other things from the past. None of which really will make any impact or have any relevance to going through this mod-made Nordic dungeon. So, now the real problem that we're going to have is I can either turn on my travel lantern, which gives us a sort of warm glow. Or I can turn that off and repeatedly cast Candlelight or Mage Light, whichever one is the one that hovers above me. I found a grisly warlock altar in the Nordic ruin of Volundr. Why do I keep saying that? Volundr. Deeper inside I may find who created it. Infiltrate the warlock coven. My apologies if Volundr has been covered by all the mods out there. I don't really watch any Let's Plays for Skyrim, I must confess. So, if this is a remarkably popular one that I am tagging on the end to, then I can only apologise. Get the sword out. Stand thee ready. My the role-playing side of me in this game plays as basically a destroyer of all undead. Have her down, have her down! Ah, we're getting destroyed by our frost. Just keep at it. There we go. So I've built my entire class and character designed to just be able to wipe out undead whenever they present a threat. I know all of the spells from the Dawnguard and the additional spells from the Dawnguard Armory mod. Just for ease and to stop the camera, to stop the game going from incredibly bright to incredibly dark in a few flash seconds, I will keep the travel lantern on. Oh, I've picked up a ruined book. There are still a few achievements in Skyrim I've yet to get, because despite this being however many hours I said earlier, something like 500, I've never made it to level 50 in my entire time of playing this game. So I'm going for that. And I've also never made 100,000 gold, so I'm picking up anything that I can sell. What are we on at the moment in gold, actually? 42,324. Oh no. Lockpicking. Lockpicking skill is abysmal. I never put points into lockpicking because, as you all know, as long as you've got a large supply of lockpicks, you can unlock any lock. It just takes ages. But then you get that time when you get lucky. Yes. Right, there's a little U-shaped symbol on the side there. Not enough. Go a bit further on. Too much. Go back the other way. Try that little dot just there. He says, not being able to give you a point of reference. About halfway. Nope, not enough again. Now, as this is not an entire playthrough of Skyrim, I'm sure that Let's Players probably would go to the video afterwards and cut out all the stuff like opening locks and loading screens and things. But the loading screens aren't insanely long, and they shouldn't be too bad. And there shouldn't really be that many as we're in a dungeon. I didn't even need to unlock that door. I normally don't bother, but I assumed that was where we're going. Also, as you can see, the few Let's Plays that I have seen of Skyrim, people tend to play the game and speak into the microphone as if they are their character. which I find a little off-putting. So I don't do that. The most I ever do is when I enter a dungeon, if I'm super into the game, I will often speak to myself and proclaim that I'm here to cleanse the undead from this location. I shall not rest until all the undead are burning beneath my feet. But it's enough to just go through. See, I'm not actually very good against NPCs, but bring out undead, bring out some Dawnguards, and I'll take them down in seconds. Oh. Safety behind the door. Oh no, he slowed me down. Fond of their frost, aren't they? No, no, no. Very little health. Go to the start menu, yes. Get the health out. Get rid of those healing ones. No! We've been killed straight away. Wizards are my absolute bane of my life. I hate using the ward spell. Absolutely hate it. Oh, and our save's right back at the beginning. I thought I gave it a quick save. Evidently not. Oh, we missed that potion though. Missed that potion out. Must remember to quick save more then. He's down. What about his friend here? Did she just kill me and one off? She last time we oh yeah, we trapped her in a corner, didn't we? Damn it! Well, so it's already going terribly. There was always a threat that I was going to lose a lot. Wizards. Wizards. Alright, let's try and deal with the wizards then properly. Let's get out the steadfast ward that we've got. Oh, where did I move it to? That one? Now, thanks to Ordinator, Perks of Skyrim, my restoration skills are very, very good, and my first ward that I cast in combat casts for no magic. Which you might consider a little cheating, but I don't. I also have something that for the first 10 seconds of combat, my magicka regenerates to the level of my restoration skill. How are we going to get her? Oh, I've walled it at her. That's not what I wanted to do. No, come back. We'll get her in the corner again. We'll get her in the corner again. We stagger them a lot thanks to my high two-handed skill as well. So this is the problem with mages. Get up close to them and they're one of the weakest enemies going, but if I can't get in close, I get massacred. Rookie error. Always quick save. Get the books again. And the fire salts. Give those to the Rift and Blacksmith. Haven't done that quest yet. I also thought it would be a good idea to do a little Skyrim video to link into their announcement of Skyrim Remastered or Special Edition. Which, unfortunately for computer players, of course, will barely come with anything useful. Because you can mod your game to have amazing graphics. I mean, obviously I don't, but you can. And so the graphics enhancements I don't think will be all that much. But if they can allow it to use more RAM, to increase the RAM, that would be absolutely splendid. I mean, obviously I use SKSE. You can't really not use SKSE if you use mods. And I've got the plugins and whatnot to try and boost the amount that it can use, which cuts down on crashes an awful lot. Still not as much as I'd like. Did I hit him? Yes, I did. Come at me, Dunyak. Straight down. She's down. Get in and hide behind the wall. What's happening out there? Ho ho! Oh, I should also mention my destruction skill is actually incredibly high, but I'm just not very good with it. Dear, they do so much damage to me. I think it's because I've got mostly fire resistance. Thanks to the paladin's boots and stuff. Oh, I've cast it into a wall. Cut his head off. Retreat out the door, retreat out the door, retreat out the door, retreat out the door, retreat out the door. Auto heal is cast. Jump down the thing. Yes! Oh dear. We're setting things off. Catch your breath, catch your breath. Give it another save. I can only apologise if I am absolutely awful at this. But I thoroughly enjoy it. Take the coin purses. We're going back up. Get the spells out. Ah, where's the ward? Get the ward up. Where did she go? See, the ward does not cost me any magicka. Sword out. Oh no, why are you backing up? Can't yield. Oh, she heals quickly, doesn't she? Goodness gracious. Lay down, thank you. Blimey. I'll eat that. Always got nothing. It's a problem with wizards. Mages. Takes it ages to kill them and then they reward you with nothing. Take the books, that's a large coin purse. So all we know of Volundr at this time is that there's something hidden here related to the very creation of Nirn itself. But we don't know any more than that. Infiltrating some warlocks and wizards at the moment. Okay. Give it another save. Aha! The time has come. Restless Skeleton Guardian. Shut the door. Get out Vampire's Bane. And he's down. Move that way. Any more? Yep. Coin purse. Ah. Standard longbow. Nothing. The undead are rather rubbish for their rewards as well. Oh, I have immersive creatures on as well, which gives skeletons a chance to resurrect themselves and come at you once more. Which can be a bit annoying. Let's prepare for the undead. Stendarr's Aura. We may use Stendarr's Aura, but it is to Arcade that we turn our prayers. Make sure that's not doing anything to us. I wanted to do Volundr because my character is so heavily anti-undead that I rather hoped that... Oh, I can't get the blooming things. There we go. That I would be quite powerful in here. And then those warlocks caught me off guard. Press deeper. Give it another save. Never be too cautious. Didn't really need Stendarr's Aura, they're not really coming, are they? Oh, good lord. Oh, it's a fireball one. Get rid of that too. There's a dead orc on the floor. Well, I think I will probably call that for the first one. As we wait for this orc, so I'll give it a pause. So, I will welcome any and all feedback. I am eager to hear what you think about my foray into Skyrim. It is one of my most played games. Doesn't mean I'm any good at it, but at least it gives me some sort of advantage, I don't know. So stay tuned for... I will at least complete Volundr under this... in this little grouping. These will be totally outside of my standard upload schedule, so they'll come as and when. But they'll probably all be within the next week. I'll give a couple of days in between each one. So stay tuned for watching these. I will welcome any feedback, be it negative or positive. As with, for example, Heroes of Might and Magic 3, I did a video for that because I love that game. It was met with reasonably meh reviews. People enjoyed maybe the game, my commentary or whatever, but the game's quite old and a lot of you couldn't see past that. So Let me know what you think. Eager to hear your thoughts. And so that's it. So for the meantime, thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. And until we speak again, dear friends, Navar and Aden Perimat Melonin, and farewell.